This guy is not only a VA specialist, he's a Craig Sewing elite. He's our military elite. He's our exclusive military elite. Has an all-veteran team. That means every vendor that this guy works with is either a contractor, the property managers, the lenders, the inspectors. They're all military veterans and with military experience from Iraq and Afghanistan. He's a top 1% in closed homes. Number 40 overall in San Diego.
Awesome.
He's, again, a radio host every Monday on KCBQ at 7 o'clock. And obviously, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Mr. John Reeves.
Steve, great to be on the show. Thanks for having me again.
Thanks for coming on there, Mr. Reeves. We appreciate you.
You created a radio show in the time that I created a baby. Both.
Two babies, actually.
There has been a lot going on since I was here.
Indeed, Whitney, indeed. Indeed.
John, we talked a little bit at the radio show about the story of an American millionaire and the military millionaire next door.
Yeah.
I know you can't wait to get into this story, and it's important for our viewers to know that when John speaks, we all need to listen, otherwise I get smacked. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Reeves, in regards to the military millionaire next door, tell us.
It's a great story, Steve. I just call it the American Millionaire Next Door. Stories are how we kind of learn the best. Well, I can speak personally. One of my very good friends that I graduated the Naval Academy with, call him Scott. Scott, 11 years in now, we graduated 2003 together. Scott has done the right thing with using the VA loan. He's a military member, so he has access to one of the government's best programs, which is the VA loan. He's gone out, and at every duty station he's been at, because in the military, we move from duty station to duty station about every 3 to 4 years.
Got it.
Scott's gone out and he's bought a house at every single duty station. Wow. So he's bought a house fresh out of the Naval Academy. 3 years later, refinanced it, moved away, came to San Diego, bought a house here, refinanced it 2 years later, moved to the East Coast, bought a house there. So he's done this over and over again. Awesome opportunity with the VA loan that you can refinance and use it multiple times. He's got a portfolio now of $1.2 million in real estate. So he's got passive income coming in. We helped him buy the property in San Diego. Now we manage one of his properties, but he's got properties on the East Coast in 2 different locations and out here. He's got the tax benefits of depreciation. He's got the tax breaks that you get from owning real estate. And he's got $1.2 million in real estate assets.
How many different places did you say, John? Where is he at? How many different houses?
So 3 separate houses.
3 separate houses in 3 different markets.
3 different
using the VA loan.
Markets. Yep.
Okay, got it.
Well, I mean, it's a testament that, he's only halfway through his career. He's got, another maybe 9, 10 years to go. He can go out and get another 3 properties. When he retires, he can have 6, 7 properties paid off possibly that are producing passive income every single month. And that's a great benefit of being a military member or a veteran, is that you have the access to that VA loan. It's 0 down, and you can use it again and again and again. It's just something that most people don't have access to. It's a 0 down loan.
And there are a few benefits to buying VA. So do you want to go over a couple of those? Obviously, the 0 down.
First and foremost is there's no down payment whatsoever. You've got nothing to worry about. You can go up to $546,000 here in San Diego, which is fantastic. Let's say a couple, 3 years, you want to refinance once you've gained equity. You can refinance, and you don't have to qualify. There's no new appraisal. You just basically do a streamlined refinance, and boom, you can get out of that VA loan into a conventional and go use your VA loan somewhere else. If you do pay it off early, there's no prepaid penalty. That's huge. A lot of the loans out there, loan packages, have prepaid penalties. You don't have that. Closing costs can be paid by a lender rebate or many times paid by the seller. So you've got some opportunity there to really have no money come out of your pocket. You can finance up to 100% of the value. Most places you can't do that. You've got a 80%, 90%. I guess the FHA is 3.5%, so 96.5%. But with the VA, you can go literally 100% financed. There's no mortgage insurance. So if you get a FHA loan, you've got to pay mortgage insurance. Some of those 5%, 10% down loans, you've got to pay a hefty amount of mortgage insurance every month. VA doesn't have that. There's limits on closing costs, so you can't get gouged on closing costs by lenders who are out there. The appraisal is a contingency of the VA loan, so you have to pass the appraisal to get the VA loan, so you're protected from overspending. And of course, the most important thing is for the young guys out there, there's 19, 20-year-olds who are buying houses. Maybe they need some personal financial consulting. The VA loan offers that to them, the VA package. So the great thing is, think about being 18 years old, coming off the yellow footprints here at MCRD San Diego, get to your first duty station, which is right here, maybe Miramar, Camp Pendleton, and you can go out and buy a house. 18, 19 years old, no money out of pocket, and you can buy your first home. And it's just the accumulation of wealth over your career. Just like my buddy Scott, I call him the American millionaire next door, the military millionaire. He's bought homes at every single duty station. Now, he could retire right now with the passive income he's getting from the real estate he owns. And that's before he's done his full time in the service.
Now, not everybody's obviously going to be the military millionaire next door, although I love that story, John. Going back to an 18 to 19 to 20-year-old, Whitney, I know that you've been doing this for you're a seasoned veteran and working in San Diego and in the market, and then with working with VA loans. John, speak specifically on the first types of opportunities that a young man or young woman needs to do. Obviously, reach out to your team if you want to, give us an idea about how that starts and what that process.
I mean,
begins
I think that is spot on, correct. All right, Steve. The first thing we've got to do is got to get out there and educate people about what the VA loan offers, because how many people know that they can use the VA loan multiple times? Reach out to our team, reefpointrealestate.com. That's reefpointrealestate.com. Look us up. Give us a call. We'd love to talk to you about your analysis. Maybe it's not, maybe buying's not right. Maybe it is. We can certainly help and assess what's your situation. You're 18 years old. You've got money in the bank. You may be able to buy your first property. 3 years later, it's an investment property. You keep doing it over and over again. Now we're looking at 20 years later, you've got 6, 7 properties in a passive portfolio.
Something tells me that they're in good hands when they come and see Mr. Reeves and his team.
I mean absolutely.
You could just feel, sincerely, John, ever since I've met you, your passion and your ability to not only help the military and the people of San Diego, but it's just you're the real deal, and I can tell that if there's something that can be done, you will get it done. And even if it is an 18-year-old that still wet behind the ears and hasn't really quite figured out everything, your whole team takes him in, works with him, works with his family
absolutely.
or a young family. But okay, now let's talk about a guy that's retired, and how does that work for it?
I mean, even better. We've helped people all the way from 18 to 88 buy homes.
Okay,
sell
got
homes.
it.
So, I mean, retired's even better. Maybe they're retired on their first retirement and they're working in a different career. Absolutely can use the VA loan. Absolutely can use VA financing. And again, California offers a very high limit. You can go $546,000 zero down. You can get a lot of house around San Diego for that. The important thing is that we have a team of people. We're all veterans ourselves, so we've been in their shoes.
Got it.
We've served the same duty stations. We've been on the same deployments, Iraq, Afghanistan. So we treat them just like family. The reason I got out and into real estate is because I wanted to lead people. I wanted to stop being shot at. I wanted to leave Iraq and Afghanistan.
That's a good reason.
Raise my own children. But most importantly, I'm leading people now in the civilian sector as a real estate professional. I'm helping change lives. And that's the reason I became a Marine officer in the first place. I wanted to change lives. We do that every day at Reef Point Real Estate. It's all about changing lives. It's not about selling homes. It's changing people's life.
I feel like there's a lot of confusion with the VA loans. I know that I've gotten some clients that they just don't understand what they can buy, as far as they think, oh, well, I can only afford a condo, but I've heard it's very hard to get into condo complexes. And there's confusion even on the agent side. I feel like people don't put on the MLS that we can go VA on a certain complex, and there's a lot of kind of groundwork that you probably have to set down on that. So I would say anybody VA, definitely go to someone who has experience in it.
That's it,
because you're going to bring a lot more to the table than a lot of other people.
And we know how to package that buyer so he looks better to a seller. We know how to prepare them. When a seller sees a VA borrower that we've prepared, they realize this is a great buyer. The VA loan, this professional understands the VA loan. He understands how to maneuver that program.
And they're in their best hands with you, honestly.
We talked real briefly, we got a couple more minutes. John, I know that you have turned into this Military Monday on KCBQ, your radio show, every Monday at 7 p.m. And every time I come to KCBQ and help out Craig every once in a while, I'm the simple man, by the way, with Craig Sewing at 6 p.m. Got to put that plug in there. But John, at the radio show, I always see you with a bunch of great guests and everything else. And so it doesn't stop with the TV show. It doesn't stop with your team. You're doing the radio show. So you're spreading this message across San Diego. And I know that you've had some great success, and it's truly been an honor. And thank you for your services. I'm about a week late from Veterans Day. But you know what? In San Diego, we celebrate it year long. And I'll tell you what, heartfelt thank you very much for everything that you do, for keeping us all safe. And without you, man, this is all just, it ain't happening.
Well, now it's taking care of the veterans who are still in. We serve those who serve every day, and that's our mantra. So now I'm just giving back to the people who are still out there on the tip of the spear fighting for our freedom. So
if we go to reefpointrealty.com.
Yeah, Reef Point Real Estate.
Reefpointrealestate.com. Thank you for correcting me. Reefpointrealestate.com. You're going to get hooked up with John and his team, and they're going to take care of you. And then you could call me, and you could call Whitney, and let's just see if he's as good as he says that he is. want to.
If you served in the military,
If you've served in the
you
military.
need help, we want to help you.
Gotcha.
That's awesome.
Gotcha. Well, thank you again,
Thanks for being
John
here.
Reeves. He's one of our elite. He's one of the best.